yellow
yam,
and we slice it into two. How nice it will be. With the hockey and the salt fish.
And the fish.
And the white flour dumpling. And the coconut oil. What a glorious day. When we roast the yellow yam. When we roast the yellow yam.
When we roast the yam.
And we slice it in a two.
Peace for me and peace for you.
How nice it will be.
Nice it will be.
With the hacky and the salt fish.
Full up me dish.
And the white flour dumpling. And the coconut oil. What a glorious day. Glorious day. When we yam the yellow yam.
Hey, that was excellent. I swear, when we're roasting. The song was actually Yellow Yam. You know, it's so nice. Guys, we want to welcome you. Welcome to our fourth and final segment for this morning. And for you guys, welcome to Open Your Eyes.
You can get a new member now.
It's so nice, man. UWI 70th anniversary. We're in with wonderful people, that much we could say.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, while we've got our crew over there, we'll be hearing from a little later on. In with us is actually Andrew Bernard. He's the current president of UWI Singers. In the middle there, my lovely friend. That's none other than Miss Jane Bennett, who of course is the head of UWI Open Campus Belize. And on the end, we've got Kester Bailey, who is the past president, UWI Singers. Guys, welcome again.
Let's leave the singing for the
He's not doing too badly.
You know,
Not doing too
Marlene,
badly at all.
Go ahead.
you didn't know he would be auditioning this morning.
Oh, I didn't know there was a casting call for the singers too.
Oh my gosh, guys.
Welcome, of
Thank you.
course.
Morning, and
Definitely, you've captivated the audience already, you know, just by yamming Yellow Yam. That was a good one. So let's talk about this concert. Then again, let's talk about the singers, the UWI singers. Give us a brief history, you guys.
It is very hard to give you a brief history about an organization which is 60 years old.
70.
But let me try. So the mandate of the University Singers is to deliver music that caters to any palette, right? Whatever your musical taste, there is something there for you. That is why we are the universatile singers. So if you want classical, you can get it. If you want folk music, Afro, jazz, dance hall, reggae,
Soca.
anything soca, yes, very much so. Kester can tell you a little bit about that. He's
sure.
Trinidadian. Yes. So whatever you want, we promise not just to deliver it, but to deliver it with the highest musical quality.
Well, Miss Jane, you look quite pleased
I
to
am,
be able to
I'm-
bring to the
yes, I
Belizean
am.
audience this very accomplished and esteemed group. Tell us about it.
I am very honored that they took up the offer to help us in Belize celebrate the 70th anniversary of the University of the West Indies. And so I am very grateful and exceedingly pleased to welcome them to Belize. And I am not going to try and but it's really, really good to have them here. They first took the Belizeans by storm back in 2011. And I have had various requests over the years. Miss Jane, when you bring back the group? Well, they're back.
They're back.
And I hope to see the Bliss properly packed on Saturday at 7 p.m. and on Friday at 5 p.m.
So that's today and...
I'm sorry.
Saturday and
right?
Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
I'm in overdrive, you understand, right?
We understand.
So Saturday and Sunday.
Okay, Kester,
respectively.
you have to tell us what to expect, man.
Oh, for sure.
Yes,
for
tell
sure.
us.
This concert, it was a pleasure for us to be here in 2011. And this concert, we have, tailored it specially for this trip in Belize. And we are coming with something very special that's just right for any taste here in Belize. And we are really going to take you, as Andre said, from classical music straight down to reggae. We're given a healthy mix of not only stand and sing, but our product is something that we call choral theater. So from the show begins, it's going to be just a mix of movement, drama, singing, you name it. And as Andre said, this concert is to fit any taste. So we'll be glad and we want to see the place full, and we really want the Belizeans to come and share with us our talent and our offering here for the Belize community.
If I may, just before, just a few words on that whole idea of choral theatre, because we want your audience to have a very good idea of what to expect. People know that choirs sing, and I suppose by virtue of what the word means, you have to be able to do that. I don't know how successful a choir you would be if you can't sing. So that is covered. But with this choir, we give you everything. We give you an entire theatrical experience. So you're coming to see how lighting is interwoven into the thing to make it, to transmit the story in an interesting way, characterization, dance moves, concept, acting, everything, all combined into this one thing. And music is just a vehicle for passing it through. And so you are not just coming to hear good singing, you're coming for an entirely artistic experience. You don't want to miss that.
So one can expect something similar to a musical.
You
There
can
are some
expect
acting
more than a
elements
musical.
involved as well.
Because it's a little different, right? But with this product, which, by the way, was developed by the late Rex Nettleford, Professor Rex Nettleford, former Vice Chancellor of the University, and our immediate past musical director, Mr. Noel Dexter. So this is our stamp on the cultural landscape, if you'd like. And so when the University Singers presents a performance to you, you are sure that whatever the story is, because it's all one big story, whatever the story is, you are going to be transported right through the ups and downs in fine style, in a way that only we can do it.
So you're over 60 years.
This year is our 60th anniversary.
60th year. Wow, so you have a big anniversary as well.
Our very own Sir Colville Young, Governor General, is a founding member of the 60-year group.
Wow.
Really?
That does not surprise me at all.
Yeah, well, this guy, we know how he is.
He has music running through his veins. And but I wanted to talk about being a regional representative of singers, and that is, I think, really a great opportunity. And when you were speaking about the different types of music, I'm sure over the years you've evolved into adapting different styles. The dancehall and the soca are perhaps more modern. The folk is kind of what we have been accustomed to with some artistic expression. Tell us how you tailor your performances to ensure that no matter what part of the Caribbean you're from, you feel a sense of connection.
Right, and so let me tackle that in this way. First of all, the group membership is from across the region. Of course, we source from students who have come to the university, and because we are region-wide institution. I myself am Trinidadian. We've had Belizeans in the choir. We've had Barbadians. We've had from across the region.
Yeah.
And what we do is we sample from every art form across the region to ensure that we put together a program, as Andre said, that is really entertaining and tailored to every taste and palate. And what we also do is we try to ensure that while we take you through the show, we also put in that presentation of movement and so on, so that you get every genre of the cultural expression of the Caribbean being expressed in our group.
Okay, so
I have a challenge for them. You haven't done Punta Rock.
I was going to get there. I was going, because when you said movement, and we do have some nice slow punta music that would be beautiful. I can see them singing a Watina, right?
Oh, yes,
Oh,
yes,
soulful
yes.
and just a classic for us. But there's also, I mean, the Caribbean has more and more Spanish influence as well, especially if you're going further south. Do you also mix in other languages?
In 2009, the structure of the show was set up in such a way that it was a musical history of the Caribbean, which started all the way from the Taínos straight up to the most current dance hall items at the time, because we aim to remain relevant. So that is why we have to ensure that we're on top of what's happening on the cultural landscape, so that we represent it not just at the highest with the highest quality, but authentically. Yes, and that is how we facilitate the kind of connection, the kind of personal resonance for our audience members. So that would take care of, so of course would have included Taínos, Spanish, French, English, and then of course you have the folk section. All the things that are distinctly Caribbean would have been included. So best believe it may very well be that the song you mentioned a while ago, we have it in our repertoire, and probably we don't know about it, you know. But that's the kind of focus, that kind of diversity and focus on our presence as a region. That's a hallmark of the university singers.
How do you ensure longevity of the group, given the fact that you work with university students? I mean, these students are transient. They'll go to the university campus, study, and then leave. How do you keep it going?
And that's a good question. The truth is, what we are really is a group of alumni and current singers. So we believe in retaining the alumni so that we ensure that consistency in quality and the consistency in sound. And what we also are a group about is the honing of talent, and some of our members have also gone on abroad to have professional careers in singing. And what we also do is to ensure that when you come in, it's a developmental program, so your voice may have come from this and gone to this. So John, you're welcome.
So there's hope for us, Miss Jane. Wait, there's hope for us.
You're welcome to join us, and we really ensure that when you come in on first year, it's also such an experience that you remain in the group, even when you reach to alumni stage, that you want to return. We really feel passionate about it. I myself have been in the choir for 15 years now, and there's some who've even exceeded 30 years in the choir, who are current members, because we really want to ensure that this quality and this product that's so unique and so Caribbean, and a representation of the University of the West Indies, it continues for 60 years and beyond.
What's the all-time favorite from the group? What do you always get people asking you for?
Many.
Yellow yam.
That is for many persons.
Yeah.
But there are so many things I really couldn't even select 5.
Yeah.
Really?
Would it be like a Bob Marley maybe? Some people may, I know that's like universal love for Caribbean.
Yes, and of course remember that people have different tastes.
That's true.
So there are different aspects of the show that would appeal to different people in different ways.
Definitely.
So their favorite would be influenced by that kind of a taste. So if you're into reggae music, you may find a particular arrangement. And by the way, on that note, the group is filled with arrangers and composers of music, much of which, sometimes some of the things that you see on show are reflections of work that current members of the choir have done. So that's the kind of that's a kind of thing that we facilitate. What are you going to say?
He's just being modest.
I'm sure.
He himself has been an arranger for the choir, and his work has been used with us as well.
And that for me is a reflection of the the honing of the talent, which Kester mentioned, and the family structure. So when you come, you know, because he's my senior. And so when I came in 2010, you know, he wouldn't tell you, but he would have been there to say, to guide me through the process, to help me. So no, no,
There's
no.
a joke there
This
somewhere.
Is
You gotta tell us about
Something's going on. Yes, something's going on.
I'm not gonna pretend that there's not a joke there.
you know?
So what is the joke?
So,
in the beginning, you didn't have similar style, Kester.
You know,
you look like you want to bring out the truth.
But I've got your back, Kester. I've got your back. I've got your back. You know, so good.
So in the group that we've got, because we saw four people with such a wonderful with this big voice, we could hear that. Well, you got me with yellow yam. I can't party don't finish at our boss. So what's the group that we're looking forward to hear for tomorrow and Sunday? Is it a group of only 4 or only 6? What are we looking for?
No, 35 in total.
You guys fill up clean and came here.
Of course, including singers and musicians.
And for yourselves, what's the feeling like in celebrating 60th anniversary here in Belize?
Listen. So this year, the university is celebrating 70 years, and we are cultural ambassadors of the university. We're born out of the university, and we're celebrating 60. So that it's such a delightful experience to be celebrating that when they're celebrating 70. And then Belize is celebrating 10 this year. The open campus.
Amen.
Thank you. The open campus in Belize celebrating 10 years. So it is our pleasure to be here, to be a part of the celebrations, and we have tailored the program in such a way that it matches the unique nature of the celebrations that we're now having. 70, 60, and 10, it doesn't get better than that.
Wow. So this is a big celebration. I was going to ask the question. So while you won't give us the joke, you know, I think it's really interesting. When you work along with 30 other people in a profession that is actually, it's very stressful. You're going to go on stage, you are required to perform your best every single time. People are very unforgiving like that about performances. So how do you keep the group dynamics in play and ensure that you can always deliver the best quality?
All right. So Kester, would you want to start?
Yeah, sure. So,
I think I'm going to talk to you in the yellow skirt. You give me the story.
I'm going to add a little bit,
Okay.
but I think I'm going to allow Kester to take this one first.
you see, the thing about it is, just as we have here, we have a lot of inner jokes and camaraderie. And even the membership of the group, we are from wide different professions. I mean, this is not what we do as a day job, but I mean, it's really, as I said, ensuring that there's just this mix and this family and this friendship. And I mean, several of us have stayed beyond 15 years because of the friendships and just this whole family feeling. And we really believe that this is our home away from home. And you know, we would take the time off from our jobs and so on just to be here, just to ensure that this product is shared with the world as we're doing now. And it's really about having fun, you know.
So how does it work if you don't live in the same location? Are you back in Trinidad or you're working?
No, I live and I work in Jamaica.
Okay,
now. Yeah.
okay.
But just to add one thing to all that Kester said, and it is true what he said. The personality types are different, and people have different reasons for being in the group, and you know, so many things may be happening at any one time. But what keeps us together is the love of music. It's the love of music. And so I may not get along with Jane, of course, hypothetically speaking. You know, but when it is that I sit and I hear the beauty of the sound that we make together, it cancels it. It cancels out the differences.
The
and
harmony
so that
extends beyond the
that
music.
That keeps us together. And that sort of focus is what you need to build not only your performance quality, but also your character.
Nice.
You know, and so these things help us as performers, but on a greater level as individuals. I think it makes us better human beings, to be honest.
Of course. So Ms. Jane, give us the details. Where can people get tickets? The Bliss has limited seating, so it's better to get it early.
I know. So I want to encourage my Belizeans to head to the UWI Open Campus for tickets, or you can go to CY's or the Bliss.
CY's
And you
music.
better hurry.
Okay, so the show is Saturday night and Sunday night.
Right. Saturday night at 7 and Sunday evening at 5.
Okay, it's an earlier show then.
Yes.
How long is it?
It's about
Approximately
2 hours.
2 hours,
Two hours.
okay.
2 hour show.
And the cost
right?
of the tickets?
30 only.
Only
$30.
Only.
That's almost free.
For over 30, for over 35 singers. Yeah.
Over 2 hours of
Yeah.
wholesome entertainment.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's all a part of the celebration. I know we have quite a number of people who've spent time at the University of the West Indies, whether at the open campus or the different campuses. And so it'd be great for them to be a part of it as well.
And reconnect. Yes.
That's
so
right.
to speak.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they have promised a special presentation for Belize.
Right. So, are you referring to what the viewers are going to hear at this moment?
No, no, no. I mean at the show.
Because I have
promised.
something.
Yes.
I have something to say about the piece that's coming up. Oh yes, you won't be disappointed at all. You won't at all be disappointed, and we are so very happy to be sharing it with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is such a pleasure to be here, to feel the warmth of the people of Belize, and all of that makes it even more interesting. I can't wait to perform.
Before we actually move into the performance, and you can tell us about what they're going to sing, let's just introduce the singers that we have with us this morning, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So they don't have microphones, so you'll have to be able to say it for us, yeah?
All right, no problem. Well, we have 2 sopranos with us this morning, Carolyn Reid-Cameron and Krystal Moore. And Deborah Thomas is our alto this morning, the representative from the tenor line, that's my line, the line of the choir, Dr. Sean Moncrieffe, and then Heston Boothe, or conductor, is the bass this morning.
And incidentally, Heston is also our assistant musical director.
Oh, wow.
Hey.
Welcome.
Thank you all for warming up your voices so early in the morning
Yes.
and being here with us. And we have a final piece coming up. Tell us about that.
This piece is our prayer. We close every rehearsal with this piece. The piece is Lord, for thy tender mercy's sake. And I am going to appeal to persons to listen to what it says, because it reassures us in a very solemn way. And remember, I spoke about focus, bringing it back to the core. That piece does this for us. So let us say we've just had a heated discussion, or we heard some bad news, or whatever. When we gather to sing this piece, it brings a certain level of calm and brings everything back into perspective. And I'm sure you're going to enjoy it, but it's very special for us, and we are very happy to share it. Prayer, Lord, for thy tender mercy's sake.
We do appreciate that. Thank you very much
you
for
so
coming
much.
in and
Yes.
talking a bit
Our
about
pleasure.
this particular performance.
Yes.
Congratulations. I know the 70th anniversary celebrations continue throughout the year.
Yes.
There's only one more. And congratulations on your 60th, and
Yes, thank
specifically to the Belize Open Campus
For
on
10 years.
Regional.
the
Yeah.
regional Open Campus
Yes.
for the 10th.
And thanks for having us here on Oye this
It was our
pleasure.
pleasure.
Our
Now,
pleasure
look
as
here,
well.
ensure that you come to the show.
Yes.
We need to see you after the show. Come backstage and say, yes, what you liked, what you didn't like. I'm looking forward to it.
Copy of our selections for the next
Yes.
performance,
And
right?
then you can audition then.
So let me just thank you
Yeah.
once more for having UWI on the show.
Of course.
We
Excellent.
appreciate it. And we're going to close off with a final performance from a selection of the UWI singers. And remember, the show takes place Saturday night and Sunday evening at the Bliss. Get your tickets early. They're only $30, and you're guaranteed 2 hours of beautiful music. We're going to go ahead and take a break after this performance. And when we come back, it'll be with our wrap-up. So take it away.